Social media is a fairly recent innovation here at the USO, but it's been a great way to allow us to connect with troops, their families, staff, volunteers, donors, and really anybody who wants to learn about the USO story worldwide. We do this through a variety of channels, including blogs, third-party assets like Facebook and Twitter, and then other sharing sites that include user-generated content, and those are places like Flickr and YouTube. One of our main tools for communicating the USO stories and other things that we're doing and other groups that we're partnering with is the external blog, simply called blog.uso.org, and it tells the story from around the world. It also allows us to connect with special projects we're working on. Right now we're partnering with HBO to help promote the Pacific. It includes photos, videos, text, pretty much any way we could think to communicate what's happening at our centers, our entertainment tours, and other venues around the world. It also has a live Twitter feed and a variety of other links to different blogs, mostly with a military focus. Our internal blog is where many of you can play a role in telling the USO story. It's called FYI USO and is really just a digital version of a newsletter that we use to send around the organization. In this way, centers, center managers, directors, anybody really can share what's happening at their location, be it a special event, a special visitor, new employees coming on, employees retiring or leaving, and it does this in an interactive way, again with videos, photos, and storytelling. You can take a look at the tag cloud to the right to sort of see who's most active and to see what the tenor of the conversation is on the blog. Facebook is something that many of you may already be familiar with, but you might not know that we are on there as an organization. We use Facebook as a tool to share stories again and to push people to different things like our blogs, mostly our external blog, and also to websites of partners, to things like On Patrol magazine stories. And it's a way to give people a link to where we want to give them information to, and also for them to comment on whatever might be posted. The great thing about Facebook is that it meets people where they already are, so building a fan base on there is easy for us because we find that a lot of troops and their families are already active on Facebook. Twitter is a great way to share information as it's happening. It's also a great way to retweet or connect with and have conversations with celebrities, partner organizations, or just the average person who might be a volunteer or a visitor through one of our centers. We try to keep this very updated multiple times every day, and we have the 5,000, now almost 5,500 followers to show that this is a great way for folks to keep in touch with us. It's an easy, quick way. You only get 140 characters, so you have to be concise. And this has been a very effective tool for several different areas of the organization, notably entertainment and programs, to also share what they're doing. Some other social media you might want to be aware of. We do have a YouTube channel, and often the blog or Facebook will link to that. It's youtube.com/USO for Troops. We also have a Flickr pool, which is updated not quite as often, but it's a great way for us to share photos with folks, and then they can download their own high-resolution versions of them and share them with their friends and family. If you're on LinkedIn, we invite you to join our LinkedIn group. Simply type USO in the search box, and you'll see that anyone who is in any way affiliated with the organization or ever has been is very welcome to join that group and promote what they're doing, share their USO stories, and connect with other employees, volunteers, and just folks who have passed through our centers. On Patrol magazine also has an online presence. Their website is uso.org/onpatrol. And they also have a Facebook page. It does not have a stable URL at this time, but if you type in On Patrol in your search box on Facebook, you'll find it, or you can link to it from the USO's Facebook page.
So we have a couple of communication policies that we like to tell our employees about as soon as possible. At Communications, we really do like to approve all printed materials. I know that this is difficult, but if you have a document that you're working on that you have a question about, feel free to shoot it to us, and we'll make sure that it looks okay and that it meets the standards of a USO document. Notification of all media inquiries. Anytime, a reporter comes to you to do an interview, if you could let us know, that would be great. We just like to keep the lines of communication very open so that we know what's going on in the field. Unfortunately, we can't be there with you, so we really do rely on you all to speak to us and let us know the different things that are going on when it comes to different communications.
Social media policy is pretty straightforward and is based on 4 common sense principles. Represent yourself, accurately and truthfully as to who you are, and if you choose to represent yourself as a USO employee, that's great. Just be, upfront about it. Use the correct title, state USO as your employer. Check your privacy settings. Having a Facebook site that addresses both the personal and professional is completely acceptable, but if there's some things you don't want your boss or other coworkers to see, be aware of privacy settings and turn those on. Maintain accuracy, especially when you're talking about the organization. When in doubt, don't type it out on Twitter, Facebook, a website, or anything like that. And realize that you need to be accountable for everything you post online. Just because you delete a post or a tweet doesn't mean it doesn't still exist somewhere or somebody else hasn't already picked it up and shared it. So think twice and hit OK once before you're posting things online, and know that you will be accountable for them, especially when talking about the organization.
Here's a list of the resources and the support that we can offer. Again, press releases, logo questions. If you need a media list created, we can help you with that. Media training, speeches, photo and video. If you have a great event but you don't really know who locally can shoot it, let us know. We'll find a photographer or a videographer for you. Media outreach and follow-up, support, social media, special events, and website.
Thank you. We'd like to thank you for spending some time with us on our communications presentation today. Both Patrice and my contact info are here. And for any general inquiries or inquiries that other folks might have and you're not necessarily comfortable giving out a name, feel free to use the department-wide email comrequest@uso.org, and we will get your information to the appropriate person.
Thank you.